Hey everybody, let me get this paperwork done because I'm trying to do a video while making my delivery in a few. So let me type this stuff in and I'm going to get to what this video is about. So let me type. Give me a second. Give me a quick old second. Let me see. I'm in North Carolina right now. Oh, these damn, I'm in what is it, Kannapolis, North Carolina, Mooresville, North Carolina, and I'm ending up in Walkertown, North Carolina. And every last one of these stores, it's kind of weird getting into them. So I'm glad I got a freaking 48 footer today, even though that's still not too much difference from a 53. Because regardless of the fact, if a store is tight, a store is tight no matter what you got. Like I said, some stores is just tough to get in even with a regular four-wheel car. Like, you know, a regular car, you got a longer, big commercial vehicle. So give me a second. We're going to get to the meat of this video. Let me see how much hours I got left. We don't do recaps here because we off every weekend here. So I got 53 hours left for my week. Let's see her. 53 hours. I'm about to fling this shit off this truck too. I'm about to fling so I can clean my tail home. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta see how much fuel I got. See, you send them how much fuel you got, how many hours you got, and all that stuff, so that way they know how to plan you for the rest of the week. So I'm pretty much emptying out my truck. So it's like when you send dispatch and let them know you're done with your load, meaning like the trailer's empty, then they start to route you another trip according to the time that you got available and fuel. Like they'll send you fuel solutions, meaning they'll try to give you some fuel stops that you could possibly stop at instead of you choosing your own, but you can still pick whatever you want to fuel at. They just try to help you out along the way. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 1/8. Like there's 8 pieces in the tank. Let me see if I can show you guys. Hold up. Like you see here, like there's 8 parts in the tank, and the first number, the first number starts here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I could say 5, but I'm gonna just say 4. So I got 4 eighths, because you know, like this is considered a quarter, this is another quarter, that's another quarter. So like since it's a quarter, there's 2 in each quarter. So if it's 2 in each quarter and it's 4 of these, that's why they say, you know, 1 of an eighth. So this is what I'm pretty much doing. Yeah, but yeah, so I got 4 eighths of a tank. So I'm just put 4 eighths and leave it like that and hurry up and give her paperwork. But this video I'm touching on is the great thing about being imperfect. I thought of this one because a lot of people tend to be hard on themselves a lot when it comes to just trying to be perfect. And in my opinion, I truly wish that they would take the word perfect out of the dictionary, because there's no such thing as perfect. Nobody on this planet, no human being, no person is perfect. Nobody at all does anything on a perfect level. Everybody has something that they messed up on, or they did something the way either they're not proud of, or they did something the way they can improve on, they did something the way they can grow on. And that's part of the greatness of being imperfect. And just from everything of it, the only being that is perfect is God. And we are all pieces of God, but we're not actual gods. And the great thing about not being perfect is that we have free will. So that's why God made us that way, because when he tries to get our love, he don't want it to be robotic. He don't want it to be forced. He don't want it to be programmed. He wanted it to be to where it's a choice that we chose to love him. And that's why we are built in such an imperfect fashion. And even the angels, they say the angels in heaven are perfect, so they can't deviate from anything that they are made to be, which is to do only what God made them to do, which is completely serve him up there in heaven. But here as human beings, we actually have free will. So that being said, you have choices. You have a choice to either be evil, which is sad. You have a choice to either be good and do good deeds, do good by your fellow brother, your fellow sister, your fellow mankind, instead of just bringing evil into the world. So that's why I think that is a lot of greatness in being imperfect, because you don't have to have just all this tall tale to live up to try to do every single thing right. You know how much pressure that is to have to worry about being perfect all the time? Like, a lot of popular people go through it. A lot of like movie stars or famous people that's like doing really good in their career, they go through it because they're so used to always bringing what people think is such the perfect entertainment or being a perfect like image, to where that's something that they try to maintain. But sometimes that's hard to do, because by you not being perfect, you're going to have your down days. You're going to have your down days where you don't look as hot as people want you to look. You're going to have your down days and maybe you just have a falling out with people to where your personality decision for that time is not going to match to what people want you to be. But that's the great thing about accepting that it is okay to be imperfect. It is okay, because that's just who we are as human beings. If you're not an alien, and you got red blood, once it hit the air and hit the oxygen, and you got red blood that come out your veins in your body, no matter what color you are, then you're not perfect. So may one cast a stone that, what is it? May somebody that don't have sin please cast the first stone. Nobody can do that, because there's nobody that's perfect. And another thing, like I said in the beginning of this video, the great thing about it is you have a chance to get it right. As long as you're still breathing, and as long as you're not like super sickly to where you could possibly die any given moment, you have a chance to get it right. Now, a lot of times people try to say, well, it's never too late. You can always do it again. And that could be a good saying, only if you're not too sickly and you're not on your way to death. Because once you die, as I always say, you're not coming back. So if you still got health and you still got a sound mind, a clear mind, and you're still able to make a change in your life, then you're right. For your situation, it's not too late. But it can be too late if you let it go that far to where there's no comeback. So the great thing is you just have to see your situation for what it is. And once you see your situation for what it is, you have that free will to make a different choice the next time that same thing come around. And I just see that the greatness in being imperfect is growth. Because I really feel like a lot of people that feel like, and they're not, but some people really feel like they're perfect. A lot of people feel like they never do nothing wrong. A lot of people just think they just this, that, and a bag of chips. And a lot of people just think that they just God's gift to the earth, especially some of these guys. And you got a lot of macho people that's just so big-headed, and they're just so, what's the word? I'm looking for a word. They just so full of themselves to where it's like they feel like they feel like they're perfect. And there's no such thing as that except for the Lord, except for God. God is the only being and his angels that is perfect, because they have to do things according to what they are, which is perfect entities. They have to follow the rules of the nature, what is they perfect. They can't lie, they can't do nothing wrong. You know, that's just what it is in the spiritual realm. So for us as human beings, we have choices. You either gonna choose to be on the evil side with the evil devil sitting on your neck, or you're going to choose to do the right thing with the right thing, the angel sitting on your neck trying to pull you to the right path, or you're going to get off and go left. Which way you going to go? You going to go right, or you going to go left? So even if you make a mistake and go left, because all of us have made mistakes to where, like I said, you do things to where you're not proud of it, but then you can reflect on it and learn from it. The good thing about grace is when you fall, there's always a chance to grow and do it better the next time if you want to. That's where the free will come in. You have to want to do better. You have to want more for yourself, and you have to even want more for others if you have a heart. And it's like in this world today, having a heart is more weird than you can ever imagine. And it's sad that it's so weird to have a heart, because it's like when you meet somebody with a genuine attitude, or you meet somebody with a good heart, or somebody that want to be nice to you, looking at like, I ain't never seen your kind before. Where you come from? Because most people are either buttholes, or they even want to hurt you, or they even don't want to help you. Evil is abundant out here. Evil is way more abundant than good people out here. It's sad to say. But like I said, things can always change if you have the strong willpower, if you have the strong just integrity of yourself, and you just had a belief and just on certain things that is just certain things you won't do. It's certain things you believe in trying to do better in. It's certain things you want to progress in. Like you know you got your imperfect ways, but you're working on it. I don't see nothing wrong with being imperfect because you can't get around it. Everybody is that. Everybody has a thing that they're working on in their life. Everybody has something they're trying to get better at. Everybody has something that I will hope everybody got something that you're trying to grow on. So instead of thinking like you missed a super God's gift to the earth, which we are, because in some form of fashion, everybody is a type of gift in some form of fashion to this earth to be able to give back, like I said, to your fellow brother or your sister. So don't be so hard on yourself to where you judging yourself because maybe you flunked the test. Okay, if you flunked the test, how when it comes time to take the test again, how can you pass the test next time? Okay, maybe you cheated on your spouse. Okay, people cheat on each other every day. So the next spouse you get, what can you do differently? Maybe you lied to your mother. Well, if your mother's not dead, what can you do differently the next time? Like, we all make mistakes, but that don't mean that that's the end all. Like, you're just such a terrible person. You can't be redeemed or you cannot be saved. Because like I said, that's the greatness of being imperfect, is that if you want to, and if you're not going to where you about to die, you can come back from that. But you have to do it before it's too late. Because it is a such thing as too late. There is a such thing as too late. If you're about 90 years old and you on your way out, it's too late. So you got to do things to where you in good health. You know, you're not about to die. Hopefully you're still young. And you can still make a change to where you can notice it and you can see it. So instead of thinking like you missed all that, you too good to talk to people, or because you're doing good right now, that's another thing too. When people got their business up and running, or people just got so much money, or they got this and that, they feel like they above everybody that's below them. But you never get like that. I don't care if you're a billionaire. If you're a billionaire, you should still have a humble spirit. Because just as much as you are a billionaire, you can become poor the way you homeless just that quick from just a bad decision or just anything. And I'm saying people that you stomped on, and the same people that either you just like look down to and snoot your nose at, I mean the same people that probably had to help you, and they not gonna help you because you just think you're better than everybody. You think you're perfect and you're not. You gotta learn the grace and you gotta learn the greatness of being imperfect is okay. It's okay with that, because now you're relatable. Now you can actually be able to reach a fellow man that might need to be reached. You may be able to love your fellow man that's looking for a little bit of love, tender love, and care. That's why I really try to give so much that I can give, because I understand, like, I'm humble. I don't care how good I'm doing. I don't care if I ever get rich. I don't care. I don't care what stage in my life I'm in, whether it's good or bad. I'm going to always be humble. And if I'm able to, I'm going to always love my fellow brother and sister. If I can help, I'm going to try my best to always help my fellow brother and sister, because I believe in that free will. I believe in the fact that it's great to be imperfect, because that's why I'm trying to change myself every day. Every day I got goals, and it can be small to big goals that I'm trying to achieve and learn from mistakes that I made in my past. Every day I'm on my growth journey. Every day you should be until the day you die. You should never stop growing. If you feel like you know it all in your life and you feel like you can't grow no more, that's when people start dying. That's some true junk right there. People that feel like they can't grow no more, or they done got as far as they can get in their life, they start declining away. Eventually they end up passing away because you're not doing anything with your life anymore. You just kind of gave up on life. That's not how life is. If you still have life, you still have a chance to do something differently, or to do something that's going to give back to the world, or give back to your family, or give back to your friends, or give back to something in the world meaningful. So alright guys, I have to get in this store, but I just thought I'd share that one, because a lot of times sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. There's nobody out here that's your enemy, and a lot of times it be you that's your own worst enemy. So alright guys, time is of the essence. I'm making bad time of it. Getting my paper as always. I'm ready to go home and call it a day. Alright y'all, I love you, hun. I love you, honey. Oh, and check my girl Shape World. I'm sorry, Shape. I went to sleep last night. I was so tired. But her name is Shape World. I'm going to put it in the bottom of the description, her channel. And she's doing real estate and all that stuff, and trying to get some jewels on real estate. So check her out. Alright y'all. Deuces.